Hello everybody, again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Today we'll continue the processes hazard analysis. We have finished in the previous video the first two steps in the orange juice production, step number 1 and step number 2. Now we are going to the washing process and the squeezing out. The washing process, the physical hazard, we will continue about the severity 3 and the probability are 1, so the outcome will be 3. It is not a significant hazard or significant risk. Why it's not? Why it's a risk actually? Maybe due to unclean orange fruit from farm during receiving, and the control will be the proper cleaning and washing program, so it will be an OPRP. The second step are the chemical hazard analysis for the process of the cleaning and washing process, which is step number 3, the washing process here. Okay, so it will be severity 4 and probability 2. The multiplication of the two numbers will be 8, so it's not a significant risk. The explanation or the reason may be due to unclean orange fruit from the farm during receiving, so it's an about cleaning issue. Okay, and not using proper detergent, because we are now talking about the chemical hazard, so the proper detergent concentration or the proper detergent dedicated for the cleaning process will be a chemical hazard if not controlled by the chemical control program. So the control will be by the chemical control program. This is very important in the chemical hazard of controlling the cleaning and washing process. The third thing will be the biological hazard, which is either vegetative pathogen or spore-forming pathogen. The severity will be 4, the probability 1. Again, the numbers are done by the HACCP team, not individual person will be the responsible for giving these numbers, and the outcome will for the significant risk is not a significant risk. The explanation of this part will be due to the unclean orange fruit from farm during receiving, and the control will be proper cleaning and washing process itself and the proper and cleaning and washing program, which is PRP actually. Okay, and take attention to very important point about the drainage water from cleaning and washing to avoid cross-contamination to the orange after cleaning. So this is a very important point about the biological hazard from the cleaning and washing process in the HACCP process. So we have done in the previous videos the receiving of orange, sorting of orange, which have decided to be by the decision tree and OPRP, and the washing. Now we are talking about the washing. We have finished the washing and we are going to the squeezing out of the orange. Okay, the squeezing process is very important, because the squeezing process, let me just first merge all of these points. Okay, the squeezing process, the physical hazard, I want you to pay attention in this part. The severity will be 2 and the probability will be 1. So the answer will be no, not significant risk. We can increase this severity for 4 actually. Okay, why 4 from the severity? Because this sentence, two sentences are very important. Maybe present of unclean orange, this is the first physical hazard. Okay, extra orange fruit leaves, this is the second part. Let me put it in another color. Okay, leaves and stem actually from the orange. Okay, and physical hazard from manual addition from the labors, this is another physical hazard risk. Let me put it in another. Okay, and physical hazard from the metal screws in the squeezing machine itself. So this is another hazard. you can find here in this squeezing out process that there is a several risk physical contamination from this process in the squeezing part, in this part. Okay, so we must mention what are the reasons for this multiplication and what are the possible physical hazard in this process. We have found here the number 1, unclean orange. Okay, number 2, extra orange leaves and stem. Number 3, physical hazard from manual addition from the labors, cross contaminations from the labor or from labor, whatever. Okay, and physical hazards from metal screws in the squeezing machine. So we will mention control for each part in this hazard. Okay, the foreign material from machines control program are controlled by this program. Foreign material from machines control program. This will control the part of the screws, and I must detect when and who will responsible for the detection or for the follow-up of the maintenance of the machine. So the squeezing machine, let me put it in capital because it's very important. Okay, I'm doing weekly inspection for all machines, for example by quality inspector, and doing preventive maintenance to the machine, for example bi-weekly by maintenance technician. So all these two parts are controlling the foreign material from the machine itself to avoid the metal screws or any lost nails. We can also add here and lost nails or lost metal nails. Okay, and also controlling the manual addition of the labor cross contamination. We can control it by the good manufacturing practices implementation. So let's put it with the same color of the hazard. Okay, by for example the quality inspector also, and it's in a daily GMP assessment score if you are doing it on a daily assessment. Okay, and the cleaning the unclean orange, so we must complete the part of the cleaning. This step number 3 must be done proper sorting and cleaning, the cleaning and washing to control the unclean orange. So it will be black like this one, and proper sorting process will be controlling the other fruits or the leaves and stem from the orange fruit. So by this way, I have mentioned here that each control in this part are controlling all the hazard or the risk in this process. It is very important to understand the combination of these two parts because it makes you or make the HACCP team very qualified, and it is in a PRP program. Before last thing, the chemical hazard and the squeezing out is very little to cure. So maybe it's about the rinsing of the washed orange in the previous step, and it controlled by the controlling the washing program and chemical control program. The biological hazard, very sometimes it's not significant hazard because of the proper cleaning and washing program and the GMP assessment tool if you are going to have a manual addition or manual squeezing for this orange juice. Thank you so much for your follow-up on the channel, and I hope the previous video will be very helpful for you all. The upcoming video will talk about the filtering process as an OPRP. Best of luck of all of you, and goodbye.